Peace to all of the divine primordial deities. Now, if you're not privy to this information, I suggest just keep it scrolling. I am not here for the dead, I am only here for the awakened. Now let's skip the introduction and let's get right into it. Now, according to CNBC, it's a record number of wealthy Americans are making plans to leave the U.S. after the election. Attorney and advisors to the family offices and high net worth families said that they're seeing a strong demand from clients looking for second passport or long-term residency abroad. While talk of moving overseas after an election is coming, a wealth advisor said this time the wealthy families are taking action already. Now let me put my glasses on real quick because I gotta see this. I gotta really see this. The article says that they have never seen a high demand like this, like they see now. They said the number of the Americans making plans to move abroad is up at least 30% over last year. Now, y'all remember it was an article that had dropped not too long ago talking about how the military was authorized to use lethal weapon against Americans due to civil unrest regarding the election. Now, they know this election is about to stir up some mess, and the energy that is coming from this election is fueling civil war. These people in these high places that got money, keep this in mind, they get information before we do. So you should ask yourself, what do they know that we don't know? And this election is going to jumpstart a mess. This is the tipping point. Now, I don't know exactly how any of this is going to unfold, but I do know this, that it's not going to be anything good. You got people trying to leave while they got them borders opening and got many coming in. I told y'all that America is the battleground, and the last war that will be fought will be on these soils. We are in the midst of a pole shift right now. As you can see, all these places is flooding out, all of them. And you want to know why? It's because they built land in places where it's supposed to be nature. Now, y'all remember the Georgia Guidestones that got destroyed, last year? And on there, they was talking about how it's supposed to be only a certain amount of people on the earth. And the reason why is because if it's too many of us, we start to take from nature. And nature have no room to thrive. There's a purge that is happening and a cleansing all at one time. The Slavic man have become so greedy that they have invaded everybody's space. And now no one can thrive because they want to be the only one thriving and having control of everything. Let me tell you something. This parasite is self-destructing. And if we just continue to sit back and watch this shit show fall apart, you're going to see they're tearing themselves down. They're creating their own demise by the things that they're doing. And one of the biggest things that they still have not dealt with was the original sin of America. And that's what they did to the gods. So we got a lot of things that's gonna get ready to pop off. And this is why I said we are heading into dark times. Remember, it's the end of their world and the beginning of ours. This is not a time for you gods and goddesses to fear, but to be prepared, because you are the prophecy. So you can't just exclude yourself out of what's taking place. This is a time in history where we really have to pay attention, not for ourselves, but for our children. We don't have no allies, and all we got is ourselves. We are up under a corrupt nation. We have been prisoners of war. And America just have not just enslaved us, but they have honestly enslaved the whole world. And here's the thing, none of us is free until this system come down. It's going to take something catastrophic, because this system is bent out on enslaving everyone and keeping their foot on everyone's neck, because they have a power and a thirst to want to control everything. This is the end game. And this is a time to just sit back and watch how this unfold, because they cannot stop the shift nor the returning of the gods that is happening now. That's why Simeon Toko told them in the future there will be many more like me that will come, and you will not be able to stop.